Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, we gonna talk about hip hop. 50 years, the 50th anniversary, the 50th birthday, however you want to talk about it. 50 years of hip hop. And yo, before I even go any further, salute to every show. I don't even know how to say it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to every show the joint Jazzy Jeff had going on in Vegas, the thing Snoop Dogg got going on, the thing Southern rappers got going on, the thing LL got jumping off and it's going around. Salute to all of this, the Rock the Bells. You know what I'm saying? Last Friday, let me tell y'all, last Friday out of the blue, just out of boredom, I'm like, ain't nothing really jumping. Let me see what's on. I check out, I go to YouTube, because you know, YouTube is usually, I'm one of them dudes, I'm always up on like the goofy sports stuff and all that, and still the writer's strike and all this and that. And I don't really try to get my politics from YouTube, that's just a whole nother thing, because these are opinions, you want facts. But when it comes to like stuff like basketball and all this and all that, yeah, alright, cool, that's it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Go there. First thing that pops on my joint is Hip Hop 50th, Yankee Stadium, live. I'm like, yo, let me check this joint out. This is early in the day, too, by the way. This was an 8-hour get down. 8 hours. When I clicked on, it was MC Shan and Marley Marl, and they were out there doing their thing, and then they did a quick little tribute for Biz Markie. Rest in peace to Biz Markie. And I'm like, yo, and I just kept it on that the whole day. I just kept my joint on, like even when I was like, yo, want to watch baseball, want to watch this and this, threw the phone on. I'm like, yo, I'm glued into this. I had no idea this was a thing, so I'm glued in the whole time. 8 hours of this. Salute to Snoop. He brought out DJ Hollywood. Salute the Nas, who brought out G-Rap. I was like, yo, this is my influence. Salute to all Slick Rick was out there. Him and Dougie Fresh were on stage doing their thing. Kumo D and Grandmaster Caz were rhyming to the what's the Otis joint? The Otis joint to Kanye. Got them, nah, got them, nah, beans, that joint, that beat. Caz, Mo Deep, up to date bars, nice little format. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, this is dope. This is what it is. This is how it's supposed to be like. This is how it's supposed to go down. I'm enjoying it. I'm like thinking to myself also, I couldn't just hang out there all 8 hours. I'm realizing that was just a little too much time. I'm going to have to pause on a couple of people. There'd be a joint, yo, can I leave and come back? Because I'm going to have to take a nap to see the real joints. Even though I didn't, though. I just sat there and watched the whole joint on my phone. Standing around for that long, you're going to be like, yo, I'm going to have to leave and come back and salute. And here's the thing. Salute to the artists for understanding the situation, knowing who they were in this situation, and not having egos. I heard some people did, but for the most part, a lot of people didn't. They understood this. By the time the nighttime comes, the crowd you think is gonna get down ain't gonna get down. Salute to KRS-One's joint and all the joint that he had also. Run DMC, Wu-Tang, all these people, like the joint in the Yankee Stadium, and even the joint LL did, and the other ones, they've had dudes from the South come out there. They had other people come out there. Like I think with Latifah on the LL joint, the Rock the Bells, Big Boy and Sleepy Brown came out and did some joints. Tretch and them came out and did some joints. Like I said, Snoop brought out DJ Hollywood. I saw T.I. got to do his joint last week on the Yankee Stadium joint and just was killing it. So when people say, yo, where's the representation? Everybody was rocking. Everything was popping. It was dope. Salute for doing that. And it was peaceful. There were no real beef. You didn't hear about nobody huffing and puffing. At the end of the day, for all the drama and all the beef, especially when we're talking about how we grew up, how I grew up. You the KRS-Ones against the Shans and the Nas and the J and the 50 against throw a name at the wall. You know what I'm saying? KRS-One almost at that point, that was a point in his career, throw a name at the wall. Ice Cube and NWA and all the beefs. Shantae, Roxanne Shantae against any female MC. Big Daddy, Rakim, like all the beefs that we grew up looking at and listening to. Next thing you know, Fat Joe and 50. While 50 is out here doing his thing, he brought Fat Joe on stage. For those who know, that was a heated beef. That joint, it's the love, man. At the end of the day, it's the camaraderie. You understand everything is dope. It's about the money. It's about the music. It's about doing what you got to do for the fans. When you saw Kiss and Beanie Siegel connect and back again and do their thing and be cool again, you understand that, yo, trust me, it was heated. Dudes were really out here mad at each other. Time heals old wounds. Growth makes everybody better, and it was just dope to see that. You know what I'm saying? It was a good look for hip hop. It was a great look for the culture. It's been a great look for the culture all year long. And Lord Finesse said something that I used last week on the show, where he said, we need to not just come together for this 50th anniversary. We need to do this all the time. This needs to be a thing where we rock out with each other. We show love. We support the culture. We bring it up. And we always go out here and put it out there all the time. Bumpy Knuckles, Freddie Fox, for those who don't know or do know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Also was like, yo, nobody owns this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, salute to everybody who had a hand in this. It don't matter who you were. If you were the dude who laid out the cardboard for the breakdance to breakdance, or you was the guy who was holding the cans of spray paint for the graffiti artists. If you was the, you know what I'm saying, you were the crate carrier for the DJs. You know what I'm saying? You work in the studio. You're the guy who turns on and off the lights. If you had a hand in this, if you participated in this, if you fell in love with this or fell out of love with this, and you're like, yo, it's 50 years, I deserve to say something, do so. This is the culture. It's you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was dope. Now, here's a part of the game that I kind of, I guess, didn't know or pay attention to, because apparently Uncle Luke the Campbell, 2 Live Crew, the king of that whole vibe, he's been vibing out negatively, like, yo, I don't think everything's all good because y'all ain't really showing love to Florida. Which, by the way, let me say this first. I see where he's going, but he's wrong. Rick Ross is out here on a lot of these joints. Rick Ross is out here on one of these tours, I think. DJ Khaled has made an appearance on a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, on some joints here and there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kodak Black has showed up on some joints. We know Trina is all over the place. Trina has been all over the place doing these joints. Every time you look up, Trina's somewhere. Trick Daddy has been out here doing his thing a few times. Now, I say all this because what Luke means is nobody's showing love to the joints, to the vibe that he brought to the table, which I understand that. That kind of hasn't been the thing. And whoop, there it is, all that type of stuff on a smaller level than what Luke was bringing to the table. Yeah, it hasn't been brought to it hasn't been put out there. So Luke put a statement out. Luke said, hip-hop fans from Florida, don't be upset. They don't recognize your favorite Floridian artists as part of the hip-hop's 50th celebration. This industry has never considered us as hip-hop from the time I started hip-hop in the South. You can only imagine the names they called us. Country booty music, trash music, I can go on, and the disrespect towards Florida hip-hop. Still to this day, we fight for our respect, and you have stood behind us every step of the way. We will continue fighting. There will be a day this year when we will come together and celebrate Florida hip-hop artists from the top to the bottom of the state. We love you. Thanks for your support. Like I said, it's not that they didn't represent. It's that sound. Like he said, the booty music isn't something that everybody's out here going, yo, and let's bring that to the table, which some DJs have been throwing that in their mixes. And the crowd has been rocking with it. Don't get it twisted. The crowd has been phenomenal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think he's thinking from that angle, and it's dope. And like I said, I get it. On that angle, yeah, it hasn't been really represented that much. It's a lot of stuff that hasn't been represented for real, that I think has been overlooked. And Florida is one of them. Seattle is another. Let's get it. Don't get it twisted. Macklemore, Jake One, Sir Mix-a-Lot. You can't even talk Seattle hip hop if you ain't talking Sir Mix-a-Lot. Salute to Sir Mix-a-Lot. So it's, Connecticut, you got the Skinny Boys. There's a lot of people out there that's kind of get lost up in the shuffle, and a lot of that comes down to legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like some artists, the joint hasn't aged well. So, and Luke is not one of those artists. So like I said, I get why he's upset, because his music is definitely not one of those musics that didn't age well. His music defines an era. His music is freaknik all day. His music is you know what I'm saying? Like, his music is a time that is just in a time capsule. When you hear a Luke joint, you just remember everything. You can smell it. You can just feel it. It's that vibe. And yeah, it definitely needed to be put out there. But to say Florida rappers, Florida artists, T-Pain, a lot of these dudes are out here doing their thing. They're being involved in it. They're part of the process. They're part of the proceedings. They're part of the get down. I feel them on that though. Yeah, maybe the game ain't really respecting everybody, but it's respecting some people. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody out there last week, especially from Rock the Bells to whatever to the next week, to hip hop's actual birthday last Friday. Salute to everything. Salute to everybody. Salute to you guys for going out there and supporting that, or streaming it, or whatever y'all was doing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody who's out there posting hip hop's 50th. Salute, man, because at the end of the day, it's a culture. And I don't know who's listening that's part of the culture, but I see a lot of times when I do hip hop stuff, the numbers are nice. So thank y'all for rocking, man. You know how we do. This is what we do. Also, who did something great, and I loved it, the Essence. Essence had their top 25 influential females of all time. And you can't, like, the names on this, I'm so glad that the names are on this. Because we're going to also get to another list, too. We got to talk about another list. But this list is a pure, real, this is the kind of, like, I hate when Billboard does lists, you're like, yo, that's corny. When so-and-so do lists and you read the list, you're like, yo, it look like they hit the Google button and just start throwing names to fill in blanks because they really don't know. The Essence list of 25 females is pure gold. It's pure gold. And when you hear these names, you realize the impact that they've had, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's a massive impact. Queen Latifah is on that list. You know what I'm saying? Moni Love is on that list. Da Brat, MC Lyte, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Missy Elliott, Bahamadia. And for those who don't know, Bahamadia is one of the dopest MCs in the game. Philly, what up? You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj made that list. Here's the thing, you can't have Lil Kim and Foxy and not have a Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj is from that lane. Nicki Minaj is from that lane of the game. Another Philly MC, Eve, the first lady, I think the only lady of Rough Rider, who was also signed to Dr. Dre's Aftermath back in the day as Destruction of Eve, the Eve of Destruction or something like that, right? Eve of Destruction was her hip hop name under Dr. Dre. Don't believe me? Check it out, the Aftermath album. Don't trust what I'm saying. Peep it out. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, her song on that joint is gonna sound real familiar. Real familiar. Boss, the way she spits it, y'all gonna be like, yo, this is the style she used before. Nah, this is how she used it first. And as time went on, boom, boom, boom. She brought it to another level. But to not even talk about Eve's contribution to the culture, not as just an MC. And that's the thing, not just as an MC for a lot of these women. These women changed the game. Foxy and Lil Kim had a gang of imitators after them. The Brat had represented a whole lane for females, that tomboy bride. They was there. We can't even get into Latifah and Moni Love and Light. That we already know what they do, especially Latifah, who is probably one of the most, it's about camaraderie out there. She's the person who helped organize VH1's hip hop honors for the females. She was like, yo, not just the regular hip hop honors, a joint for the females. Let the females get in and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, show love. That was her idea. The sisterhood. If you saw the backstage stuff that people were posting from the artists, the sisterhood was there. When I think she ended the show off and she brought them out. Same thing with Rock the Bells. She ends the show. She ends her set, but she brings out a bunch of female artists. She's been doing that. She's been out here grabbing chicks and going, yo, I want y'all to come on stage with me. Now, a lot of chicks aren't doing that. She's definitely one of them who was like, this is a sisterhood. We gonna rock with this. Salute to her. Rhapsody makes this list. For those who don't know who Rhapsody is, please go check her music out. Bars. Left Eye. Left Eye makes that list. Trina. Again, when we talk about Florida MCs, Trina's been around here rocking them. Trina was, look, there was a point you couldn't even turn the radio on without hearing Trina, because Trina was official. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front to y'all, not a fan. But one thing I do know is she always put it down. Like the joints, like I said, a lot of her joints won't my joint just because of the vibe. Same thing with Lil' Kim and Foxy. But as a spitter, they were spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Yo-Yo makes this list. Roxanne Shante, the one who started a lot of, like, the whole female MCs just dissing and battling, going in. And Rock was definitely not the first, or one of the first, but was one of the first to really put a foothold in the game. You know what I'm saying? Word. Mia X, First Lady of No Limit Soldier. Come on, man. We ain't even look. If you remember No Limit days, Mia X was out rhyming a lot of them dudes. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. Lady of Rage, VA, Stand Up. Yo, when you found out she was from the V, and I still don't know what Farmville is to this day, but it's just the fact she said, yo, she from Virginia. Everybody on my squad was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope. Rod Digger, who's just phenomenal. She out here doing that podcast with Lord Jamal. So just listening to her makes you just feel like, yo, salute to her. And she was a problem. She was y'all remember them Flip Mode joints. She was outshining them dudes a lot of times. Outsiders. She was one of the best rhymers on the Outsiders. It was only a handful of dudes that could hold their own with her. Rod Digger was ridiculous. Let's not play around. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Boo, Memphis, one of the dopest female MCs from the South. Again, there's Trina, there's Mia X, and there's Gangsta Boo. Gangsta Boo name is up in that mix. Gangsta Boo was ridiculous. Let's not play. You know what I'm saying? Salt and Pepper, we know their influence in the game. Like, Salt and Pepper was like one of the first sex symbols, and a lot of times they weren't even making sexual reference songs. It was just the way they moved on stage, the way they posed, the way they just did their thing. It was just like, yo. And growing up, you saw all the older chicks trying to be like them. They was out here trying to dress like them. Like, Salt and Pepper was trendsetters. It was like chicks went from trying to dress like Salt and Pepper and them, then they was out here with the hat joint, with the crown joint like Queen Latifah. Then they went back to Salt and Pepper, and you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, man. Like, yo, don't get it twisted. Salt and Pepper was official. Erykah Badu, the goddess. We ain't even gotta explain it, man. Erykah Badu was like, man, like, yo, on and on. Woo. On and on. Like, just the fact when On and On came on. That joint. Oh, man, had that, I can't think of a name right now. Had that Billie Holiday twang to it. Vocal stylings. but then it was just so dope. And then the video reminded you of the color purple. She just oozed in blackness, like oozed in Afrocentricity, oozed it. One of the first people who was actually saying woke the right way back in the days, in the 90s. For those who think that woke is some new thing, nah, it's not. She was one of the ones who was like, stay woke, keep your third eye open. For those that don't understand what woke is, we ain't even get into that, but she was definitely one of the ones who told you what it was. Jill Scott. CeeLo is to Andre 3000 what Rakim is to Big Daddy Kane. What Jill Scott is, she is that to Erykah Badu. It's like a perfect counterpiece. At the same time, it's not. It's just like, we're the same person. We're giving you the same vibe, just from different angles. You know what I'm saying? And Jill Scott does it in such a poetic manner because she writes poems and all that. So it's like, And then when you found out she was the one who picked the joint for the Roost joint, you know what I'm saying? You Got Me. But Erykah Badu came through and sung it. It was like, this is why these broads, no disrespect saying the word broad, but this is why these women are supposed to. This is why these women are just ride together. This is the vibe right here, man. Y'all ain't understanding me when I'm saying this, man. Sister Souljah. Sister Souljah is somebody that a lot of us will forget all about. Sister Souljah, I remember Sister Souljah just for the "We are at war." Woo! Hey, and she was holding it down from the angle of she was always all over the place during the early 90s doing interviews. She had a book out, I think. She was more feared and hated and despised than Chuck D was. Like, Sister Souljah was on a whole nother, like, they hated Sister Souljah. Sister Souljah was all about not just the queendom, but being aware and being militant. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no, like, Isis from X-Clan was nowhere near. Isis from X-Clan wasn't even on the same level. Her blackness was ridiculous. Lauryn Hill. Sister Souljah's blackness could probably be matched by Lauryn Hill, but the difference is Lauryn Hill is so smooth with it. Lauryn Hill isn't going to be as direct. You know what I'm saying? If you ever listen to a Sister Souljah's interview from back in the day, and you listen to what Lauryn Hill has said, they're saying the same thing. The difference is Lauryn Hill is eloquent with it. Lauryn Hill is a little, you know what I'm saying? Even when she's standoffish and exclusive, she's also inclusive. Sister Souljah's just like, matter of fact, boom, and what? Man, I said it, I stand on it. Same thing, different vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way y'all ain't understanding what she talking about when she talk about it, how she talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is just dope about the way that these females come through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is the game. And she was one of those artists that just had you open. Lauryn Hill has been doing more talking than her music, which is dope because that's what makes her, again, influential. Because she opened, and here's the thing, I remember when she got mad about white audiences rocking with her. And hold on, I don't know how I want to say this. The miseducations of Lauryn Hill was like, I'm trying to explain, put it in a perspective that's dope, that's weird. I ain't gonna say dope, it's a weird perspective. Here's the thing, Oprah Winfrey, when Waiting to Exhale was coming out in movies, Oprah Winfrey sold it as a woman's movie. This is a movie for all you women. You know, Oprah Winfrey's audience is middle-aged white women. They had the cast up there, they had the author of the book, they had all these people up there. White people went to go see this movie in droves and came away feeling weird. They were like, wow, there's a lot of white women hate up on this. Woo. I don't know. Oprah told us it was for everybody. That seemed more like some black woman stuff. You know what I'm saying? And white women to this day, like, they don't really talk about they don't talk about that movie. Like, trust me, I was out here in the movie theaters when that joint was drumming, and you would see white women and black women roll up in there, and black women come out with the yeah, and white women come out like, I was cool with it, and it made me feel uncomfortable with a lot of that. There was a lot of white woman hate, but I get it, sisterhood. But y'all really hurt my feelings. I won't prepare for that. How y'all gonna do me like that? Because if you ever like, yo, they was out here tripping, and white women was just like, I don't even want a black man. What is they talking about? I'm cool with my white husband. What is it? What? I ain't never thought about no black dude. Why are they saying that we taking somebody? I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't know what. No, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now, their daughters, that might be something different, but them, they were, yeah. But anyway, that's how Lauryn Hill was. Lauryn Hill's music was so female empowering that I personally knew a gang of non-black women, Hispanic, Asians, whites, Italians, Greeks, French, that were in love with Lauryn Hill. They loved Lauryn Hill. If Lauryn Hill was on anything, they was rocking with Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill put the MTV joint, they were there. Then Lauryn Hill said something about, you know what I'm saying, not wanting to deal with white women or white audiences and da-da-da. And a lot of that beef and a lot of things didn't go right, but even then, people understood what they meant. It was like, I want my audience first to get it. It was the Malcolm X-ness to it. Malcolm X comes back from Mecca, and he's like, white people can be part of this. You can help, but you can't be a direct part of this. I need black camaraderie first. I need blacks to connect with each other and grow together first. Then we'll extend a hand out. You can participate, but you can never be a member. You know what I'm saying? It was that kind of vibe. That's like what Lauryn Hill was saying. Like, I'm not gonna turn your money away, but I would love it. I would love to go out on stage and see the people who look like I do embracing what I'm saying. No disrespect. There's a female rapper from Chicago, No Name. She actually retired because of that same thing. She retired because when she went on shows, she was like, yo, it's nothing but white people. And that kind of does, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're saying stuff and you're like, yo, I'm saying stuff for people who look like me in my community, but the music is so good and the message is so strong and the vibe is so pure that other ears are drawn to it, you can't hate that audience. You get, there's a piece of you that's somber. Everybody fights with that this ain't the audience I was looking to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because then you feel like, yo, should I change my message? Should I do something different? Because now I'm looking up and I'm like, this is my audience. Or should I stay me? Like, how do I do that? Like, how do I navigate through that? And it's one of them things, man. It's really weird. It's odd. It's a crazy thing. It's like, how do you navigate through that? Remy Ma. Remy was, yo, it's just Remy. Like, her story to get locked up and still come out and be on top. And to be on top and be on everybody's mind without an album. I don't think, like, a real album. Like, I think she worked on some stuff and people have put stuff out, but I'm talking about an actual album. Says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's just dope how that goes. Now, here's another list. This is a list that we got that needs to be examined and lost, because this list is such a weird list. It's a list where you're just thinking to yourself, what was the motive behind this list? One would want to think. Complex came up with the list, and in this list, I think they were purposely trying to fit in people to make it work out for them in that manner. Complex had a 50 best New York rappers of all time. And before I even get into this list, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ice Spice of all time makes the list. Ice Spice, 50 greatest New York rappers of all time. Ice Spice makes the list at 50. She's at 50. That's not even the point. The point is, there's no way that Ice Spice makes that list. New York rap. Like, I don't know what the qualifications are. I don't even care. Not of all time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also a little perturbed that Nicki Minaj continuously makes a lot of these lists at top 10 when there's a lot of dudes, a lot of females who are bar for bar killing it, have been killing it for their career. I don't know why they keep trying to figure out a way to make these lists, water these lists down to get the who they want in these lists. But the list for that goes, and we started from 1 to 50. Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Rakim, the God MC, LL Cool J, Ladies Love Cool James. 50, Nicki Minaj, DMX, Busta Rhymes, KRS-One. That's your top 10. That's your top 10. Here's the wild part about that. Your next 10, there's like at least 3 to 4 names that could have made that list, and you could have knocked some people out that top 10 list. And who those top 10, who those people are, that's up to you. Don't even. That's not even the debate. But starting from 11, Prodigy, Lil Kim, Ghostface, MF Doom, Big Pun, Kiss, Cameron, Mos Def, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see that second 10. Woo! Those are spitters. Those are spitters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can almost flip-flop that list and still be straight. You could rearrange the top 20 in any order, and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that 20 is a problem. 21 to 30. Method Man, Chuck D, Run from Run DMC, Q-Tip, Cardi B, Raekwon, Pop Smoke, Mace, Big L, Kool G Rap. Yeah, of all time, Pop Smoke. I'm lost. Of all time, Cardi B. For me personally, I love DMC more than I love Run, but I know people who love Run. Don't get it twisted. There are people who will put their hand on the Bible and pray and swear for God Run is miles ahead better than DMC. And I'm like, yo, but DMC is the joint that we everybody and their mama quotes. Oh, that's just because of the echo chamber. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. You can go, yo, what's the, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Anyway, where we going there? 31, Fat Joe, Fabulous, Jizza, Foxy, ODB, Kool Keith, Ja Rule, MC Lyte, Nori. Crazy. Did I say Kool G Rap was 30? If I didn't, Kool G Rap was 30. Then we going from 40 to 50, non-stop. Kumo D, ASAP Rocky, Sean Price, Melly Mel, Grand Puba, Jim Jones, Styles P, Biz Markie, Diddy, Pharoahe Monch, Ice Spice. Again, this is where I can't get this. You telling me that there's 48 rappers better than Pharoahe Monch, bar for bar. Like, even in the list that he's in, the last 10 people. ASAP Rocky, I like ASAP Rocky. I love his music. ASAP Rocky, Grand Puba, Jim Jones, Biz Markie, and Diddy are not better than Pharoahe Monch at all. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Pharoahe Monch. Listen to a Pharoahe Monch record. And I know for some of y'all might just know Simon Said, God, throw your hands in. No. We talking, listen to a song that's not that by Pharoahe Monch, and you tell me Biz is dope. Diddy shouldn't even be on there. I figure, like, if you don't write your rhymes, you're not even eligible for that. That goes for Dr. Dre. That goes for Will Smith, unless Will Smith goes, but I wrote this last one, then we'll give you the pass. But Dr. Dre and Diddy do not belong on lists when you're talking that joint. Because if you're not writing it, you can't get it. And I get it, the performance is one thing, but boom, that ain't even the point. My point is, there's no way you're telling me that Pharoahe Monch is the 49th dude out of 50 dudes from New York. Something's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Styles P should be higher. Sean Price should be higher. Kumo D should be higher. MC Lyte should be higher. Jizza should be higher. Fab should be higher. G-Rap, Big L. You know what I'm saying? Mace should be lower. I'm going to keep that a buck. If you're going to put Pop Smoke on it, Pop Smoke should be lower. Cardi B, if you're gonna put her on there, she should be lower. Run is about where he need to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these I don't have a problem with. It's just that. Like I said, even with Nicki Minaj, I don't have a problem with her being. I have a problem with her being in the top 10, not the top 20. Y'all put it like 15, 16, 17 or something like that. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. But you ain't gonna tell me like she's better than Busta, DMX, KRS, Prodigy, Lil Kim, Ghostface, MF Doom, Big Pun, Kiss, Mos Def, Big Daddy Kane. She might be slightly better than Cam'ron, depending on which era of Cam'ron you listening to. Does that sound like a Cam'ron diss? No, it don't. But y'all know Cam'ron was a duty with the booty. She came through with the. You be like, dude, what? You don't go here with that. Man, get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? The Scaffold Daffle. I had the Rapple Bapple. Then the Dapple rocking in the rotten apple. You know, you like, you playing, man. You playing. Stop. Now, cut that down. Cut that off. Get that out the. No, switch the station. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's no way you telling me Nicki Minaj is better than Pun, Ghostface, Prodigy, KRS-One, Busta Rhymes, DMX. You're not selling me on that. I'm sorry, you're just not. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my thing. Jim Jones is not better than Styles P or Pharoah Monch. You're not selling me on that. I'm sorry, I can't let you. Ja Rule, no disrespect to Ja Rule, but he's not better than Light, Kool Moe Dee, Sean Price, Melly Mel, Grand Puba, you know what I'm saying, Styles P, Pharoah Monch, just not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think sometimes they make these lists just to be like, yo, how can we figure out a way to include these rappers? Best New York rappers. Sooner it'll be best Brooklyn rappers. Then it'll be like best Brooklyn rappers from certain, no, only the Bushwick rappers. Because I'm like, Buckshot is not on this list. Rock Ness Monster is not on this list. Scott Zoo is not on this list. Torre and Scott Zoo, if you go put Pop Smoke on this list and ASAP Rocky, and they're not on that. Scott Zoo has been consistent forever. You know what I'm saying? It's consistent, crazily consistent forever. Let's not even play that game. Yo, he's been that dude forever. Parrish Smith. Like, you might get away with going, yo, Eric Sermon ain't that dope, but Parrish Smith was a problem. From EPMD, Parrish Smith was a problem. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Fat Joe, there's nobody, and Big L, there's nobody else from DITC. Lord Finesse, no AG, no OC. Yo, come on, what? Diamond D? What? What are we talking about here? You playing yourself. Quamega, it's a lot of, it's Nature, Royal Flush. We can go on and on. Jazzo is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Sauce Money was a problem. There's some dudes out here who was nasty. Inspector Deck, who from 97 to about 2000 was one of those guys like Common. You just could, if he was on your record, it was official. He was that guy. If he jumped on your record, it was his verse that you listened to the most. Nobody was outdoing Deck at one point. Deck was ridiculous with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not play these games. There's a lot of dudes out here, and I'm not even saying from that angle. Even when he came back, and you know what I'm saying, like his albums didn't do well, but if you featured Deck on a joint, Papoose. I'm not even a fan of Papoose. More so, I don't know why it is I don't get down with Papoose, but there's something about him I can't get over. But one thing's for sure, bar for bar, Papoose is a problem. Joel Ortiz is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's we're in that lane now. We're playing this. If you're playing this game, there's a lot of people out here that go in on these records and they nasty with it. They dope with it. Roxanne Shante is ridiculous with it. Let's not play a game like that. Let's. These lists are real weird. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. Like, they went out their way to go to New York rappers and still put the trash out there. Like, I'm sorry, Ice Spice is not top 50 of all time great. She's not. No disrespect to Jim Jones. He's not. Diddy, not. No, stop. They're not. They're not in the same. They're not even close. You're playing yourself right now. Come on, man. Come on. there's just too many. We're talking New York hip hop. Like, and then you got Mo D and Melly Mel, but you don't have Kaz. How you do that? Like, how did you not get Grandmaster Melly Mel, Grandmaster Kaz, Kool Mo D? They are the first Holy Trinity rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, the lineage gets into that lane. All of a sudden, like, yo, you're not gonna put that dude in the mix? Like, how did we miss that one? It's so, yo, the list is wild. And it's complex. It's not like it's Billboard or something like Rolling Stone, like these places. Complex, for the most part, always comes off like they understand hip-hop. I mean, I get it. Sometimes they do stuff just for the sake of getting love or trying to get heard or whatever, like trying to get them looks, them likes, them views. This is one of the moments, I think. This can't be a real list. Your list is unofficial, son. Your list is invalid. Go ahead with that. Like, you got that's a Ice Spice of all time? Alright, whatever. Anyway, this episode is about hip-hop, 50 years of hip-hop. I didn't get too deep into everything and too crazy into it because we were doing the show and I wanted to just really touch on it, like speak on it real quick and then get back into the music. There wasn't a lot of joking around. I just wanted to get right back into the mix and rock out, but I had to acknowledge 50 years of hip-hop. Had to acknowledge DJ Kool Herc throwing these joints, putting that back to school party together. Had to acknowledge that. And that was like, yo, the 50th year, we gotta do this. I've been holding back on that. I was dodging that joint for a while. And we finally got to do it. This is what this show is about. Thank y'all for listening. Please do your research on just how dope hip-hop is and all the people. Because, like, I swear to God, it feels like every week there's a new controversy. Puerto Ricans ain't had nothing to do with hip-hop. And you're like, what? Yet Grandmaster Caz's whole group got, like, out of the 5 people, 3 of them were Puerto Rican. Well, that's different. What is that different? They didn't have an accent. And I think that's what people are damn saying. Like, so-and-so don't have an accent. You know, the Puerto Ricans don't be rhyming. You know what I'm saying? Only Puerto Rican rhymers, only Spanish rhymers they got out here is Fat Joe and Big Pun, and then you realize Fabulous is Spanish. Dreads from Blackstreet is Spanish. Dreads from Black Sheep. Who's the Black Sheep? And the choice is yours. You can get with that's a Spanish dude. AZ is Spanish. All of a sudden, then the game switches, and you're like, "What? Yeah, they're not running around calling themselves Joel Ortiz or nothing. They're Spanish though. The game don't change, B. Don't let them, you know what I'm saying? Don't let people try to tell you who is and who isn't down. And I think that again, that goes back to what Bumpy Knuckles was saying. Like, it's too many people trying to play gatekeeper for this culture that it's forever changing, forever switching, and it's forever inviting new people in. Hip-hop is global. I do a show where I play music from everywhere but America, whether it's hip-hop, funk, soul, jazz, R&B, and yeah, it's dope to hear foreign hip-hop. Some people stick to the traditional boom bip, some people doing whatever's the new get down now, and it's just dope. The culture is the culture. You can't hate on the culture when it's being authentic. When people are authentic, well, that's the thing. If you genuinely are down with this, salute. That's all I'm saying. Please do your research on hip-hop if that's what you're into. Salute to y'all for listening, because it's always dope to see the numbers. Sometimes the numbers aren't good. Sometimes the numbers, like, I think last week we did the one joint last Friday. We talked about how hip-hop grew up too fast. You know what I'm saying? It started out slow, and then 2 days ago I looked and the numbers are crazy. It's like, yo, for that one episode, I'm like, yo, that's wow. I don't even know if that means people were curious and trying to figure out what was it about or what. And you know, the stats are so broken down, it's just to the greatness of degrees, where it's like, yo, they can actually tell how long people were listening. And people were listening for a good portion of the time, most likely till I started sounding like I was talking in circles. And then they were like, yo, this dude just said the same thing 5 times. I'm good, man. This must be it. He must be just trying to figure out what to say next. So, thank y'all for rocking with me, though. This is what we do. This is how we get down. Please do your research. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide Lost Boys. Thank y'all so much. Let's get into the show. Yeah. I had to wait for that one that time. Look, I was ready this time, man. Y'all know how we do, man. Live at the Oasis, Legal Crime Radio, live. Things happen when you live, man. You know how we get down, man. It's always what it is. And I love it when it's like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first one to tell y'all we keep it. That's how you know it's $1.50 on these joints. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's that time of the night real quick before we get up out of here and start. But we got some more joints to rock for y'all. But we gonna take this time out for the pause. Well, how they say, for the pause for the cause. You know what I mean? Pause for the cause moment. We gone. So with that, we like, take it from the top. Take it from the top. Like this moment in Black history. And 1, 2, and yeah, don't stop. Yo, I've been holding off on this joint since we started doing this. I've been like, yo, nah, hold on. And then last year, because I thought last year was the 50th, I was ready to drop them gems. And then I was like, oh, that's 49. I gotta fall back, baby, fall back. But now that it is actually the 50th year of hip hop, you know we gotta do it, man. You know how we gotta do it. We gotta talk about Hercules, a Jamaican from the Bronx. They used to call him Hercules because he was so strong looking. You know what I'm saying? Who did his thing and came up with this idea. Well, no, he didn't even come up with this. Salute to his sister, Cindy, who was like, yo, can I get you to do a back to school jam for us? He was like, yeah, I'll do this. They did it. The whole game rearranged. You know what I'm saying? When he was like, yo, I'm going to do this joint. 1520 Sedgwick Ave. 73. The whole world the whole game. Yeah, the whole world just changed. The whole joint. Now, you know what I'm saying? Herc like to say a lot of people weren't really there because they couldn't have been old enough to be there. But one thing's for sure, he did his thing. And he changed the game. He brought us this thing, the B-boys, and all that comes after this. The building of the graffiti artist comes after this. My man was spinning the illest breaks, and he had his game. But then they said history, rumor has it, legend has it, he took 2 different records that had the same similar drums, and he mixed them joints back and forth and have a whole joint going down, and did his thing the way he would take the records and had a loop extended. He called that the merry-go-round, and just killed the game. Had these dudes out here rocking. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop was born that day. That moment. For all the people who say, yo, they was doing stuff like, nah, it's about what he played. It's about the way he played it. You know what I'm saying? You got Bambaataa going, yo, I got records like that. I got more records like that. I could do something like that. You got Flash going, I'm peeping what you doing. I could do that. You got these dudes, just so many DJs out. Grand Wizard, Theodore, Events to Scratch. All of this comes off just off a dude doing the back to school jam. You know what I'm saying? Black History moment, man. Salute to all the DJs out there. For real. Salute to all the DJs that I grew up listening to, you know what I'm saying, back in them days. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say back in them days, but I'm saying that I grew up listening to on the radio and all that. DJ Rob, I don't know if that brother's still alive. DJ Law, rest in peace. DJ B, who used to be out there in the 757 area. He was a Philly cat, was out there in the 757 area. I go out to the DMV every once in a while, and he out there. I'm like, yo, what? Yo. And then I'm thinking to myself, it can't be the same DJ B, because then I hear the drop, the B, the E. I'm like, nah, this the, what? How he out here too? My man was out here doing this thing. Salute to him. DJ Seiko, who used to work for Hampton University Rec Radio on Fridays and Saturday nights and just killed it. He had like a semi-type screw style. A lot of his blends, everything was always slowed down, a couple of pitches and everything. It was just dope and unique in its own little manner. DJ Flex, you know what I'm saying? Personally knew this brother. worked that bottom beat. He was part of the rap group Born Naturals. He was a producer, DJ dude. He used to have a, you know what I'm saying, ill mixtapes around the way. Everybody copped it. Almost everybody who was an MC was spitting on a couple of his joints. You know what I'm saying? My man O&O, salute to O&O, who was always on them joints. They thought he was a member of the Born Natural joints. He was like the unofficial member of that joint. Salute to him. Salute to DJ Big E, who's another dude. Salute to I told y'all before, my man Trigger. He was a DJ, the first DJ I seen cut live. Kid Capri, because of the Def Jam joints. Yeah, man, this is what we do, man. Salute to all these dudes, man. But anyway, let's get into this, and salute to everybody who's out here doing it. Like I said, when I grew up, these were the guys I was watching and listening to, and like, yo, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I still ain't got it mastered like I think I should, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. It's more like, yo, this is different, you know what I mean? But anyway, we gonna get back into the groove and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We got a little time left. We're gonna hit y'all off with a bunch of joints. I still got a bunch of joints to play. I'm trying to figure out where to go and how to go. Let's do what we do, man. Y'all know how we do. Let's go. My bad, y'all. I zoned out, looked up. I was like, ooh, I gotta get ready to get up out of here. I needed to play that KRS-One part before I left, though. 50 years down the line, we'll start this, because we'll be the old school artists. Woo! 50 years, man, 50 years. Word up. This is the joint, you gotta just peep it out, way. Salute. I'm up out of here, man. I don't know what we're gonna do Wednesday. I don't know how we gonna get down Wednesday, but we gonna do some joints. Y'all know how we do, man. How we do when we do. Word up. So, let me get ready to get up out of here, because like I said, I'm pushing press for time. My bad, y'all. I went over the line. But, they say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.